everybody. Welcome back to the final selection, final part of this Hiveswap Friendsim Let's Play. Before we begin, I just wanted to point out that after completing her arc, Pulpa's picture actually changed on the character select screen. You actually see her and not her mysterious persona from the very beginning of the Let's Play. But anyway, moving on. So, Zebruh Codakk. So, clearly a blue blood, like, yep, and she's Gozy. Oh, and that's her last name, too. Piper Gozy. We never did get her last name in the actual route, but now we know what it is. Interesting. Anyway, Zebruh Codakk. So the first two things I noticed right away is that he is a blue blood, like Equus, and he has got a horse theme to him, also like Equus, except he's named after a zebra, non-equine, and not just a general equine. So this should be interesting. Equus is always good for an interesting time. Let's just say that. So let's see what we've got here. Your stroll takes you into a nice part of town that seems to have larger, more McMansion-style hives. Based on your past experience on Alternia, you're not quite certain that upper-class enclaves equal safety for you, but you might as well explore. You never know where you'll find your next friend. People are saying that they did Zebra first, so they didn't see her post-disguise image. So yeah, that is neat. I think that's the only way to learn her last name, too. Anyway. Unless you just look it up online, but whatever, that's cheating. The power of positive thinking must be on your side, because someone emerges out of the shadows in these sprawling suburbs. Oh, hello there. I don't believe we've met. I'm sure I would have remembered someone with such unique looks. You don't know where you are, do you? By this point in your time in Alternia, you don't know if it's wise to admit that you're lost and naive to the ways of the world, but you don't know what you could say to try and convince this guy that you've got any kind of street smarts. You nod your head reluctantly, but he actually looks more interested in you after the confirmation that you're new to the neighborhood. Have you perhaps found someone who likes you for your vulnerability and naivete? That sure would be fantastic luck. It's a good thing that I found you. Not everyone is as respective of lowbloods as I am. Interesting how he keeps putting quadrant symbols in his speech. That seems to be his thing. Is that meant to imply, like, you know, a specific tone? Like, is this supposed to indicate, like, an auspicizing tone to his voice? I guess. Oh, but I shouldn't make assumptions just because you're not much to look at. My bad. Oh yeah, there is definitely some spade. Some spade undertones there. You can definitely see how this goes. I don't mean to be forward, but you're just so interesting. Mind if I ask you what color your blood is? You hesitate. While you're still terrifyingly ignorant of the intricacies of Alternian society, you're starting to feel terrifyingly informed about the role that blood color plays in this world. And you've managed to gather by now that plain old human blood red isn't considered one of the better colors to have. What do you do? I think telling the truth is the correct option. Say you have a high blood color, so we're just gonna lie through our teeth and see how this goes. He's throwing spade. Yes, exactly. Instead of throwing shade, he's throwing spade. I like that. How do you even make something sound auspicizing? Don't really know. No idea, but that does seem to be the implication of his little typing quirk. Anyway, we're gonna lie through our teeth. Oh, really? It's not that I don't want to be friends with other high bloods, but I'm a busy troll, you understand. So I only befriend folks that I might, you know, want to fill a quadrant with someday. Besides, high bloods just don't need as much help in our unjust society. Stay awakened! He pumps his fist in the air, and you immediately copy him, but the gesture doesn't seem to be enough to change his mind about you not being impressed enough for his tastes. So, I just don't think it's going to work out between us. Out of his league. Game over. Alright. That's about how I expected that to go, to be perfectly honest. Tell the truth. Red, huh? Wow, that's so unique. I've always liked the color red. I don't think I've ever filled a quadrant with a red blood before. I mean, I don't think I've ever made friends with a red blood before. Back it up. Back it up. You don't know what a quadrant is, or what it means to fill one. Given your experience on this planet so far, you're nervous that it could mean something violent. But you don't want to further expose your ignorance, so you just say that you're as excited about this friendship as he is. You come on strong. Nice. You need a place to stay for the day, right? I can help you out with that. I've got plenty of spare rooms for guests at my hive. You know, because I believe it's important to help out the undeserving members of the community when you can. My hive is this way. Shall we? Getting them poor vibes of this guy? Yeah, I was about to say, this guy has a definite, like... It's like not as bad as Aridin, and not as perverted as Equus, but it's definitely... dude wants some fuck. You know, let's just be blunt about it. Dude wants some fuck. My hive is this way, shall we? You follow him down the street. You guess it must qualify as a nice night because you can see lots of other trolls walking around here too. Most of them are dressed as nice as Zebruh, and you see a few shabbier-looking trolls that must be low-bloods walking with high-bloods. Today is actually Flushed Affirmation Day. Oh, it's Valentine's Day! So you'll see a lot of trolls taking their night sprites out to celebrate. Lucky for you, my fresh quadrant is currently empty, so I'm all yours tonight. That sounds a little weird. He doesn't need to be all yours, you assure him. You're an easygoing individual who's happy to share their friendship with plenty of other friends. Sure, sharing can be a good time if you're into that. I could be, speaking personally. Like maybe with 2 low-bloods? But not in an objectifying sort of way. Everyone involved said they got to respect the other, you know? So now he's already asking for a threesome? Great. What? You have no idea how your innocent comment about friendship got taken to this particular place? You decide that maybe the best thing to say here is nothing, because who knows how he might misinterpret you next. Looks like there's a lot of high-blood, low-blood couples out tonight for the holiday. Pretty unusual to see in this neighborhood, to be honest. It's sad, but most of these low-bloods are probably with their mate spreads because it's socially advantageous. Pretty shitty of the high-bloods to take advantage of that, but not everyone is as socially conscious as I am. With like notes of Cankry are in there too. It's like Cankry plus Aridin somehow. It's a little bizarre. I think it's super terrible when high-bloods don't treat their low-blood mate sprites like the queens that they are. Okay. Okay, so this is what we're doing. So this is what we're doing here tonight. Okay. This is what we've got. Great. Alright. Yeah. This is what we're dealing with, folks. I should have saved Pulpa for last. You look around at all the other couples. The class divide is pretty noticeable, and some of the high-blood trolls have scornful looks on their faces when talking to their low-blood dates. One troll dressed in cerulean is making her shabbily dressed mate sprite kneel down so that he can give her a ride on his shoulders. It could maybe be a cute coupley thing, you guess, except she's sure laughing a lot and has the heel of her boot pressed into the back of his neck. You don't want to speculate about what people might be into, but it does seem kind of humiliating. Zebruh sees what you're looking at and shudders theatrically. In the process of waving his arms around in disgust, he slips an arm over your shoulder. I'm so sorry, you shouldn't have to see something like that. You're trying to think of a tactful and friendly way to move away from his arm around your soldiers when you arrive at what must be his hive. It's the biggest and most McMansion-y hive on the block, and when he steps in front of it, he lets go of you to gesture proudly at his sprawling home. Welcome to my humble abode. I just feel grateful, you know, to be able to share my wealth with those less fortunate. It's just... We haven't quite gotten... For those of you who may remember from my playthrough of Alternia Bound, that there were points with both Cancri and Cronus' dialogue where I just had to stop. Where I just had to, like, stop reading the dialogue out loud because I couldn't bring myself to say this shit out loud anymore. I'm getting dangerously close to that territory with Zebruh. So, like, if I stop talking and just start whizzing through the game, that's what's happening. We are in that place. We're getting dangerously close to that territory. Open bound, but yeah. Open bound, Mina bound, whatever it is. Yeah, people call it open bound and Mina bound, so whatever. Anyway, I just feel grateful, you know, to be able to share my wealth with the less fortunate. And of course, it's a zebra, which I called immediately because, you know. You walk inside the front door, you're greeted by a very distinguished-looking white zebra. It has enormous zebra markings all over its body, except for around its neck, where the dark gray zags have formed a shape that looks like a bow tie. Almost like it's wearing a suit. You don't know how its zebra face is managing to radiate pure disdain when it looks at you, but that is unquestionably the energy you're getting. Also, I don't mind my Lucius. He's kind of socially old-fashioned. He lets me keep lowbloods around the hive to help out and stuff, so he's not all bad. Just let me give you a grand tour. As Zebra takes you through the spacious hive, you can see other trolls in several of the rooms. Most of them aren't wearing clothes as nice as Zebras. You're guessing that these are the lowbloods he just mentioned? Does he keep him as a harem? What is this? H to look at the environment is what people are telling me. It didn't work in Volume 3 and 4 for some reason. In Volume 3 for some reason, but it's working now. Doesn't matter. Seem to all be doing chores, sweeping, cooking, exchanging green slime in troll-sized bathtubs for other possibly fresher green slime. Each of them glances up to you and Zebra when you pass by, then looks deferentially away. The Zebra Lucius is following you, and every time you exit a room, it pauses in the doorway to whinny out what could be orders or possibly he's just berating them. You arrive at an empty ballroom-looking space upstairs, with several low-blood trolls that are hard at work cleaning up the remains of what must have been quite a party. Zebra seems to notice you noticing all of the trolls are here are scrubbing the floors and how they are all avoiding your eye. See, I told you I'd taken plenty of guests. I believe it's important to promote diversity. That's not what you're doing. Looks like all the guests are busy today. Well, an important part of communal living involves... Yeah, sure. Few lowbloods mutter an affirmation, while others just put their sponges and mops down to prostrate their whole bodies on the floor. Zebra looks a little uncomfortable with the bowing, but not that uncomfortable. I would take Cancri over this. At least Cancri wasn't a total fucking hypocrite about his shit. Cancri would stab this guy to death with his own bow tie. He doesn't introduce you to any of them. They don't all realize yet that my hive is a sanctuary from the harsh injustices of the outside world. Anyway, enough about my low-blood guests. Let's take care of you, shall we? Perhaps as Lucius had enough tolerating your presence, because it takes the opportunity to stop following you and go huff at more of Zebra's guests. Now, for better or worse, you are alone. and Zebruh has turned all of his attention to you. His smile seems very friendly. You want to see it as friendly. Yeah, it's like I think the first ending we got was the best ending for this route. The Zebruh immediately elects to ignore you and walks away. That was the best possible ending to this route. The night is still young. I'm happy to do whatever you want to do. If you feel like going out of the town to celebrate Flesh Deformation Day, I have lots of other friends I could introduce you to. Help you meet the right kind of culture, you know? Or if you're tired, I can show you to your guest room now, and we can have a nice night together. Night in. Go out or stay in? MSPA Reader doesn't deserve this. Yeah. Okay, so... They're both bad. What am I supposed to pick? This is... There are no good options here. I'm gonna start with the top, I guess. Show me to your room, please. I think that going out with Zebruh on Flesh Deformation Day might potentially give him the wrong idea. And besides, you're pretty tired. Oh yeah, and letting yourself be invited up to his room is going to send the right idea. Oh yeah, this is good. This is fantastic. This route is going to be fantastic. You're pretty tired. Don't want to go out. I don't want either of these things. Tell him you're ready to retire to your guest room now. Sure. Oh, bro, by the way, have you heard of Chixie Rocksmere? Probably haven't. You don't seem like a very serious music fan. Chixie Rocksmere. But you've got a great opportunity to learn from me. One of her lovely musician friends is playing the show for the holiday, and I can get us in because I'm super connected in the scene. Where's the third option to kill him? We should go, just in case she's there. You could have sworn you told him you wanted to stay in tonight, but okay. Sure. You can gather the remains of your energy and go into this concert with him. That's what a good friend would do. Takes you across town to the concert, only trying to hold your hand or put his arm around you a couple of times on the way, so it could be worse. Maybe hand-holding is totally platonic on Alternia. You hope so. The concert itself is one troll with a guitar and harmonica, who, according to Zebruh, is a low-blood whose songs are spreading truly radical messages, almost as radical as Chixie's. You enjoy the tunes as much as you can, but you don't understand what the lyrics are trying to say. Where's the purple blood when you need him? Yeah, good. Yeah. Where's the purple blood from the Palpa route? Let's get him in there. You ask Zebruh what the lyrics mean, since the messages are apparently important to him, but he gets annoyed with your question. What? The lyrics are about? Well, they're about a lot of things. Social justice and oppression and stuff. Can we just invite Palpa to this route so she can stab him? Oh yeah, there you go. That would be the best ending to this. Palpa shows up and rescues us from this situation. It's hard to explain to someone who doesn't already get it. Like, if you're not on my level already, I don't know what I can really say, you know? But enough about the music. I wanted to talk about you. What are some of the things you're into? You haven't had any opportunities on Alternia to talk about your interests. How exciting! You say that you like playing games, but he's already interrupting you. Cool. Sounds great. Really interesting stuff. Oh, Lord. Hey, what's your quadrant situation like? Of course. Somebody was going to have to explain the quadrants to MSPA Reader eventually, but it did have to be this guy. Of course, it had to be this guy. Who else would have done it? It's harder to pretend that you know what he's talking about now that he's asking you about quadrants directly. You admit that you have no idea what he means by quadrant situation. Whoa, you're even more clueless than I thought. Don't worry, I still find you attractive. Okay, great. He goes into a brief, but not really brief enough, explanation of the 4 types of romance on Alternia. Mate's friendship, the Flush Quadrant, which to you sounds the most analogous to human romantic partnerships. Moira Allegiance, the Pale Quadrant, which sounds like an exceptionally codependent friendship by human standards. Lost Precision, the Ashen Quadrant, which you don't understand at all. Fair enough. It's a hard one to wrap your head around. And Kismustude, the Black Quadrant, which just sounds like repeatedly hooking up with someone you hate. You're fuzzy on the details of all 4 of these, but you understand enough to get what he's asking you that he's asking you if you're single. You tell him that you really just want to be friends. Of course, I super respect your choices. Sure you do. If you ever change your mind, I'm right here. And being in a quadrant with an influential yet sensitive and socially... Yeah, fuck you. Wasn't he criticizing that kind of high-blood, low-blood, socially advantageous relationship just a few hours ago? It wouldn't be very friendly of you to point out his hypocrisy, so you don't mention it. After another song, another troll at the club saddles up to Zebruh and whispers something in his ear, then skulks off again. Zebruh looks alarmed, glancing around him and edging towards the club exit. I just got a tip that there's about to be a culling at this concert. We should get out of here. You definitely agree with him about wanting to get out of here. You look around at the rest of the audience, still enjoying the show. You and Zebruh are the only ones getting ready to leave. So you're going to warn any of the other trolls here of the danger? Oh no, definitely not. If I were to warn any of these lowbloods that a culling is coming, that could mean risking my life too. Well... Yeah, the other High Bloods are casually but urgently leaving the concert venue. The Low Bloods are all still clapping and singing along with the singer on stage. No one has given them a tip-off. Come on, we've got to scram. Could have stepped in yourself, MSPA reader, but, you know, whatever. 2 of you abscond, getting away from the club music as fast as your legs can carry you. By the time Zebruh decides it's safe to slow down, you are tired and out of breath. Looking around, it seems like you've arrived back at the High Blood part of town. I wonder if drones have descended on all those trolls at the club by now, and you just can't hear it because of this neighborhood is too far away, closed off and sheltered from the violence. That was a close one. Going to low-blood cultural events like that can be dangerous, but it's one of the risks you have to take if you want to be an activist. He turns to you and takes one of your hands in both of his, looking deeply into your eyes. I think it's so cool how you... This guy just does not want to take no for an answer. Once again, you reiterate your friendship, that friendship is what you're looking for. He nods enthusiastically and squeezes your hands together. Fuck yeah, I love friendship. I've always believed that a strong friendship is the best foundation for any successful romantic friendship. Most trolls start by... Trying to fight too much. Yeah, sure. Sure. If that's what we're doing is extolling the benefits of friendship, then boy do you have some things to add to his list. For instance, friendship can give you a sense of platonic companionship with your fellow men, and friends can come away in handy when you need someone to help you move, or take you to the airport, or other non-romantic activities. You think friendship is a great thing to pursue for its own merits. Friendship is so great that once you have it, why would you want anything more? He's not listening. He's not listening to any of this. You think that going by your blood color and how often you've almost gotten killed by those more powerful on this planet, you're more like a member of the oppressed underclass than you are an ally? True. But you decide not to split hairs and just tell him that yes, you'll be an ally to yourself. It's fantastic. I'm so happy to hear that. If you're an ally to if you're an ally to low bloods, then I'll allow you to be my mate. Friend, you correct him. You can be his friend. Yep, sure, right. I meant to say friend. Let's go over your hand finally, which at least counts for a partial victory and winks. Victory, sure. Are we sure this is the good ending? Okay, well let's see the other ending, because let's hope for the better. Okay, what happens if we go out? Which we did anyway, but you know, whatever. You're not crazy about the idea of being alone with this guy for the rest of the night. Plus, if he's as popular as he says he is, that means more potential friends for you to meet. I could be this. Why couldn't this guy be the one where you win by making him fall off a cliff? That would have been ideal. Tell me that you're interested in going out. Let's just go get running. Actually, I think I'm in the mood for a quiet night in. Maybe television streaming service and lower the temperature. Okay, that shit's funny. Television streaming service and lower the temperature, if that's cool with you. Oh yeah. Yeah, Netflix and chill. That's what we've gotten ourselves into. Okay. This route is already better than the other one. It has the same connotations as it does on Earth. It's not cool with you. You stumble through expressing misgivings, but he talks over you. Great, it sounds like we both feel like staying in. Oh my god, good lord. Psyched to stay in. You feel comfortable? Yeah, we're going through this as fast as possible. You're not sure why he asked you what you wanted to do, since your preferences don't seem to matter. Wishes and guests, blah blah blah. You have food. Want to see my room? Tell him sure. Bedrooms are a great way for people to express their personalities. Doesn't seem to have heard any part of that sentence, but it's okay. Hopefully you got the gist. Get to his nurse room. Social justice slogans. Unity, sure. Our poster feature. Low ally, sure you are. Sure, fuck you. Seriously, Cancri is better than this. Like, let that sink in. The degree to which Cancri is better than this. Low-blood servants, picking things up. Nice replace. Confused by your posters. Music taste. It's a perfect setup for a rad pile for Moy Rail jams, sure. He winks at you. You don't know what a Moy Rail is, or if he means by feelings jam. Which sounds in theory like it could be a nice thing, but maybe not, given the sleazy way he says it. And it's funny, like, I mentioned this too, because, like, the Palapa route ended on kind of a romantic note too, but that was actually legitimately sweet. So, like, this is like the romantic volume of the Friendsim. And we've had, like, one where it was, like, really super cute and sweet, and was a pale quadrant anyway, so it wasn't like, you know, like really romantic. It was a pale quadrant. It was a Moy Rail ship, you know. And then on the other hand, we have Zebruh here, just being this. It's like I think we're laying. I completely lost track of this conversation. I think we're laying on the horn pile now. I don't even know if it is a horn pile. I didn't even read what this pile of things we're on is. No way I can see how much at the time you mean. That this guest is not looking so good. Where are you now? Servant tries to get back to her scrubbing, but she struggles with coffee and now one of the servants is dying in front of us, which is fucking great. Jeez, you're making me look bad. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, and now he's mad at you for pointing out that one of his guests is sick. His guests, quote unquote, is sick. Very well, it's not easy, whatever. Maybe we should go now. I don't feel like having the feeling shame anymore. Turns and leaves in the room without showing any sign that he'll do something for the sick low blood. You mouth an apology to her behind his back, and she just gives you a tired wave and goes back to scrubbing. Oh, Jesus Christ. Looks like dinner is almost ready. Cool, cool. Of course, you're probably looking to... What do you mean pay for it? This is your house. This is your food. Fuck you. I mean, okay, well, you're trying to go for the fuck you because you were going for a spade chip there, but still, just a general and platonic fuck you. I'm not sure I want to be friends with someone who has a problem with the way I do activism. I've been a good authority that from every other hive I know that my intersexual praxis is valid. Oh, good for you. Sure, blah blah blah. You're totally valid. Yeah, sure. Whatever, let's just eat. Wolf is down on the table, and the little blood's on the table. Blah blah. Can't help but notice that most of them look just as malnourished as sickly as the troll upstairs, but it might be best not to bring that up again. Eat in silence for a while. Zebruh looks like he's stewing over something. Then he sets a fork down and looks over at the table at you with a frown. I just realized, you totally denied my low blood her own agency when you questioned me. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, what you said was true. Are we done here? Oh, the pressure's like... Holding control makes it infinitely more bearable. It's like you're so oppressed with your blood and multiple injuries. Okay, that's a funny line. Terrifying Ekman screams Zebra as Lucius rears up its hind line and strikes you with hooves, battering you through the front door. Take your privilege. It would behoove you to stay away. Yes, it would. And that was the good ending. Hey, we got the good ending. Okay. Alright, so that was that. Next Hiveswap stream will probably be on Friday. I think that's when Volume 6 is due to come out. Actually, here, I can just check that right now. Boom. At the MSPA Reader's Ribs. Yeah, that's not so good for him, but you know, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. He's been dealing with these broken ribs this whole time. Okay. I warned you this would happen. It was Minda bound all over again. So anyway, I have to go to work in about 45 minutes, so I will not have time to upload these videos to YouTube just yet. So that will be in the morning. So yeah, tomorrow morning I will upload all of this to YouTube, and then that will be that. There will be no blogging or anything tomorrow because I have to work. And his sign is Prospect Doom. Sign of the Penitent. Oh, that's a fucking lie. Oh yeah, we're looking up. I'm also looking up Zebruh's sign. Yeah, he is Segamino. Sign of the Penitent. Which is a goddamn lie. Doom is a good fit for him, though. He is, his sign indicates that he is aligned with Prospect and Doom. And we'll take the Doom. That I believe. Anyway, where were we? 2, 5, 8. Just like looking at a calendar. Let's see, farmers on the 25th. On the 8th. Okay, so it might actually not be until this weekend that because like I'm just looking at like release dates for the Friendsims to see when the next one's coming out. It could come out Friday. It could come out next week, Monday. Either way, I will definitely play Volume 6 as soon as it comes out. And this is not how I want to end this stream. So hang on a moment. Burp, burp. Yeah, we're going to end this on a better note. Deploy shoes pap. Yay! Victory! So that's the end of the stream, everybody. I've been greatly enjoying these Friendsims so far, except for that last one, but we were supposed to hate Zebruh, so that's fine. I had the correct reaction to that. Fuck, he is an insult to Cankry. Yeah, I've been saying that this whole time. Is like, Cankry is good because like Cankry is like sincere in his beliefs, and he gets too into it, so that he's a little unbearable with it sometimes. But he's still like, trying. He's like actually trying to do a good thing with, he's like actually being an advocate, and it's just he's not good at it, because gets a little too into it and can be alienating to some with his message. But it happens. Can't fault a guy too much for trying. But anyway, so that is the end of the stream, and I will see you next time. There's next time there are more friends to make. I will see you then. Bye bye. Who's worse?